guess you're running. I can't really see here. Hang on, boys and girls. Okay, it's running. God, this isn't doing my freaking arm any good, is it? Okay, and I can't really see. Well, let's try that. Okay, let's turn the heat down here first. There. Now, I think that's the best as I'm going to get right for this trial run here. Wow. Okay, I haven't driven a car in a long time here. So let's pitter patter and let's go see what's over the hill here. This might be the last run. Well, let's turn on the heated steering wheel. That'll help. Controls, heated seat, heated wheel. Good enough. All right. So, just I guess I'll calm myself down here and fill you in on what's been going on in my life. So, October 1st to the 17th, I went out northern Alberta to a small ranch to visit my daughters, both daughters actually, and my granddaughters, boyfriends, and all that kind of people. And I got to meet my great-grandson. Now what's going on here? I got to investigate this because the farmer's been down here and he was supposed to smooth this stuff all off for me after he tore it up. No, it's not bad. We'll have to get some grass seed down here next. Okay. So we'll go down the usual run here. We'll see how this camera thing is going to work itself out. I won't be mowing for a while because last Monday I had surgery on my shoulder. Having problems with my S's today. So anyway, the doctor, or the surgeon, was real happy he didn't have to do too much work in there. And he cut a bunch of calcium and spurs and opened up some of the where the bones kind of come close together, so give it some more room to be, I can be a little bit more flexible. So I was supposed to be in a sling, but I can't drive the car with a sling on. So anyway, that was Monday. On what happened Thursday? Man, oh man, the days are kind of running together. Friday, I was at physiotherapy, and they started, jerking my arm around to see if we could limber up my shoulder. And what was neat about the operation on the Monday, I never got to feel my arm. It was weird. It was just hanging there, and I could use my hand, but I couldn't lift my Couldn't bend my elbow or anything. It was all frozen up. I thought that was kind of cool. So this is going to be a real messed up video until I can get into the swing of things again. We'll give it a try. My youngest girl, she's no spring chicken anymore either, but she's in her 40s. My oldest one's still in her 40s. Anyway, got me a holder or a clamp that goes on the rear view mirror. And, well, it is working, but I don't know. I might have to look at something different than that. Let's see if I can find it online first. So here we are. We're down at the bottom of the hill, my favorite spot. And I would love to be down here with my mower, but oh, we don't want to go down there too far. No, I can't see out the rear view. I sure as hell don't want to run into a freaking tree. Let me get out there and I'll clean that off for a sec. All right. Oh, and a shout out to Andrea. She out around Plymouth Rock, stepping up onto a curb, didn't quite make it with her foot, and she broke her ankle. I bet you that really hurt. So here's a good luck with that healing up quick for you. You got a good man to look after you, I can say that much. Okay, here we go. Hopefully, I won't have to go digging around anymore out of the car. So I'm under strict orders. No splitting wood, using the chainsaw. And my next appointment is in about 2 months from now to see the surgeon again. Boy, that was rough. We had to get up at 4:30 to get the dogs organized, fed, and out the door, shower, all that stuff, get to the hospital by 6:30. We had plenty of time, like 5 minutes. And then they prepped me. And it's the same problem all the time. These Johnny shirts. They tell me, oh, they say the same thing. Oh, you're pretty big. Well, we'll go. Then off they go, and they start looking around, see if they can get one of those surgeon gowns, or what do they call it, Johnny shirts. And they always bring back two. Not that I really care to expose my rear end, but at that point, I don't really care. And the people don't know me from the hole in the ground. And I highly doubt anybody's there to take pictures. So they bring me another one, and I got to try to get that around my shoulders. So finally, I think I was in a wheelchair. Oh, look at this. My young fella, I'll back up here so you get a better look. I'll go over here. Has planted a bunch of walnuts in the walnut grove. And check that out. Personally, I think they're too close together. Now, the idea here is that in 40 years' time, that'll put them up to about 75. You'll have quite a bit of wood coming off of this. Don't know how big the trees are going to be, but they're pretty darn close. I could imagine that he could dig up every other one. What's that tree doing out in the middle of nowhere? And where that pile of bushes on that row on the right is a big rock underneath there. And the guy with the tractor, he can't come in here now because there's no room. Anyway, you can lead the horse to the water, but you sure can't make him drink. Looks nice just the same. And that field off to the right, we're going to use that triangle one. You can plant it there next. And then they have another one field up top. There's two of them up there. And he can plant in the far one. Oh, jeez. Now, I see a bunch of guys at the camp next door. So it could be deer season right now. I'm not really sure. I can't be bothered. I don't have a place to put it anyway. We did have a deer roast here the other night. That was pretty good. See all those yellow trees? I don't know if you can see them off in the distance there or not. Those are all tamarack. You might see some more going down in here. Well, let me see it. 2 o'clock. I gotta do the exercises again. And this time, after I do them, I gotta get a can of pop out of the fridge, and then I just roll that around my shoulder, and that really takes a lot of the sting out. Oh, just looking at this, I gotta get the mower out here. Oh well. Tomorrow we're going to get up again early, and we got to go to a place called Oramonto to see if I can get some teeth. Not sure. The government's already freaking... They approved everybody to get teeth, and then now they're doing the trick that I thought they would do. You got to get approval. You can get at the top ones, which is not a problem, but I'm missing a few in the bottom. Well, quite a few. And it goes got to go to a review board to see if they'll approve them. For freak's sakes. Now, I would have had a lot more teeth, but The last one, about 3 years ago, when I was going to get, oh, there's a chicken, I think, right in the middle of the road. On the left, see? Yeah, there's a chicken. I don't know how well you can see. The clamp that I got this my phone hooked into, I cannot see on the screen. See the grouse? He'll probably fly up right away. There he goes. He's getting ready. Oh, I can't reach my arm up there. Just sneaking along. Now where'd he go? As soon as he feels or she feels threatened, they just take off like I can't see now. It's into the sun. Yeah, maybe one day I'll think about getting a moose license, but I got to get a freezer first. I'll probably get a used one. And then see if I can get a moose tag or a deer tag or something. My wife and I both love big game animals like deer, moose, elk. Antelope. Bear's not bad. Boy, I'm going to have to hide the ribbon off that young fellow there, too. I think those are all sugar maples he's marked. So one chicken, that's not too bad. There we are. Right. Yeah, this is probably the last time I'm going to go over the hill this winter. We're supposed to be having some snow in a few days, so we'll let things be over here. Max's run. Gotta go in here one day and see if we can clean a little bit of that up. I wouldn't mind knocking down a cedar or two for more kindling, but those days are coming pretty quick. Right now it is 8 degrees out. And when I got up at 2, I haven't been sleeping very good. It was 0 degrees out. And Thursday, it got up to 24. Couldn't believe that. So, you can see where my young fellow's been in here with his spacing saw. You can see into the woods a little better now. What do we got there? That's a big friggin' rocks. Deer and the moose like this. But the moose will stay and the deer will leave. They'll head off to some cedar place. If we're lucky, you might see a bear still. Or a coyote. They'll be fattening up right away here on the, I think deer season starts tomorrow morning. So all the gut piles that get left behind, they'll be feeding the bears and the coyotes, eagles, ravens, until deer season's over with. Then there's the odd one that's been shot. As the cold weather will put it out of its misery, which is sad to say that this happens, but it does. This is the first time I've had socks on since I got back. My friggin' right toe, man, its toenail got so ingrown. And we tried to fix it just before I left. Of course, I had to be sitting in a freaking plane in boots and socks. That wasn't very pleasant. Oh, we're coming up to Lonesome George here. Boy, that's thick in there. And on the left is the big beaver dam that's no longer there. It won't take long. There'll be more beavers coming. What I gotta do is I gotta try to make it so the beavers can't block the culvert. Yeah. Well, the camera's still running. There's a 64 gigabyte memory card in there, so I'm gonna have to invest to get a bigger one. I think we'll see how much we can get on this card first. Should be able to do some calculating after I pull the movie off, and I can use my computer. There's Lonesome George, still standing. Just about forgot about him. So sometimes I see a few chickens up here too, so it'd be nice to get them. See if we can spot them. And next spring, as soon as I can get down here, my shoulder's okay, I got to clean out the right hand side of all the alders and stuff like that in there. See if I can clean the back a bit, so the water will flow, and we can drain this part on the right a little bit, which will help things grow quicker. So it's not trying to grow in a soft, mushy area. And maybe we can start the firewood factory going again. So here you go, Alan. We're just about to the end of the road here. I'm looking for moose sign around here because they like it down here. Boy, I'd love to have a backhoe and a tractor. A 40 horse would be just ideal, I think, here. Probably better off not having a cab on it, because I can see that getting all banged up. Maybe a guy could put on a heated seat. Well, no moose down here today. Just a lot of that orange ribbon. Property goes another couple of 100 yards straight ahead. It's kind of hard to tell where the property ends, but there's a creek way down there. And that'll be it. Well, now. Oh, still running. I think it's about half an hour it's been going, so There's a big old gray birch. I don't know what that is. Yeah, the couple of days after I left Alberta, they got hit with a foot of snow. I'm sure glad I missed that. And now that I can get my socks on, well, I can't pull them up. You need 2 arms for that. There, we can see a little better going this way now. There's one busted over alder. The moose come in here, and somewhat the deer too. When they're rubbing the velvet off their antlers, they'll just snap these things on the left or the right here. They just bend it right over and rub their antlers on it, get that felt off of there. Oh man, it's freaking wasted here. It's not painkillers for the first couple of days, and then I didn't think I needed any. And then this morning, well, I took a couple last night. Freaking things. I woke up at it was 2:30. Laid in bed for a couple hours, and then I just got up. That's probably why I'm so freaking tired right now. And it's another early morning tomorrow. Wow. It's just beautiful out. So what's he got marked here? Cedars. He might be using that flagging tape just so he can keep track of where he is too. But I would think that'd be obvious. If he's way in there. Well, I'm going to have to start investing in lottery tickets or ticket once in a while again. Oh, there's George. Boy, he's seen better days. It's almost like the Buck and Billy Race climbed it and thinned it out so that it doesn't act like a big sail up there. Oh, what's that scratching bug? I don't want the old girl getting any more excited. There we go. Yeah. Some of these gray birch I could probably take out of here. There's another tamarack right there. Don't have to ask him about all that. There's a whole bunch of cedar along the side here. Woohoo! We gotta do better than just one chicken. Don't usually see a lot. If you come down here and you're walking it all the time, though, you'd see a lot more. For sure. So I wonder how long Andrea has to stay in the hospital. Boy, I tell you, the hospital's here. I was in there about 6:30 and I was gone at noon. That's how fast they whip you in and out. I think the same thing happens when you're having a baby. You get in there, you have your baby, here you go. Probably have to bring your own freaking blankets for them now. I'm definitely going to go home and get a nap, I think. I can just feel that. And lots of birch to cut when they get bigger. But I don't know how many times this has been cut over, but there's the other one. There's a big spruce back in there. Or a big pine. Excusing me. And I had to be real careful with my shoulder around Storm. He likes to get his nose underneath your elbow and give it a flip. So I got to keep positioning the chair so he can't get to the right side. And of course, been clumsy a bit all my life. I gotta watch. I've hit my right elbow a few times, but I gotta really watch out I don't smack my shoulder. on the wall, or get the door slammed on it in the car. Yeah. Bunch of cedars in there too. Yeah, a lot of times you see the chickens come out and sun themselves during the day. Right on the side of the road. Or if you're walking it, you could use the spot to wiggle it around on the sides. Hit him in the head with 22. Dispatches them immediately. It's pretty easy to clean them. Just pull their wings out and step on them, and then grab their feet and pull straight up. Chuck that in the woods, and then go down and snap the wingtips off, and put the grouse in a bag, and away you go. Or partridge, whatever. Yeah, I'd like to thin this out some more, I think. Part of the issue that I have now is I'm getting so freaking old. I guess that's by superior design. I don't really want to do some heavy traipsing around in the woods anymore. When I was younger, it was no big deal. I've hauled a moose out of the woods a couple 100 yards off the side of the road. That was a chore enough. I don't think I want to attempt that now. But you could bone it all the way out. That might work for you. That's good. You can see the trees in there. Need one of those rope winches, I think. That would really help. With a couple 100 yards of line on it. I think it's Rhino that makes them. Oh, just about exercise time. There's a few hardwoods that are easy pickings here. Don't want to clean them all out. It's over $300 a cord now. And I suppose it wouldn't take too many trees to make up a cord here. Big old birch there. Yeah, knock 40, 50 years off my age. I would love to have gotten a chainsaw mill and build a cabin right here. Right in the sun. So you can charge up some batteries. Yep. So you got all big birch right there. So I wonder what the main trees they harvested out of here. I would think they perhaps took all the softwoods out. Whatever dropped down there. I know if I go out to the left-hand side, I'll run into where Irving had cut on the edge of my property. And to the right, I'd have to go all the way down the big hill, up the other side to link into a road. Yeah. I have to take some of those leaners out next year, I think. Get my kid to pick up his freaking little piles of wood he leaves behind. And there's no shortage of firewood down here. Just take a bunch of that softwood. You're only going to need enough for a weekend. Not swiping my freaking wood out of the garage or the woodshed anymore. No, that chicken was around here somewhere. Hard to say where he is now. Oh, there's a bit of a pond there. Lots of cedars in here. But I'm not going to cut anything or sell it. To me, it's worth more keeping it in the ground than dragging it out of here. Well, now, there we are. We're out. That's it. Oh, I see one dog. Bottom of the stairs on the left. Yeah. Oh. He sees me. I'd love to cut that side hill and get rid of this down here, because if we could mark the rocks, the farmer will come in here with his backhoe, dig them out and throw them out in the bush. Then he could cut this as well. I'm bushed. Now, I wonder which one that is. We would like to get the fence for the dogs brought down over this off the side of that hill too. So quite the advantage point up there. Yeah, there's so much I want to do, and I just don't think I'm going to ever get her all done anymore. Look how nicely that opens up on the right there. Look at that storm, actually. Well, you can see the remnants of an old wood fence, and there's a big rock wall in there too. Clean this back a bit more. Now, what did he do? We're gonna. Oh. Well, that looks good. The spring, I guess we'll have to wait and get some more seed down on it. And we should be getting some beef off of the farmer there pretty soon. Now, thought I seen a sheep being blowing in the wind here. Maybe not. Oh, crunch. Still running. Let's go this way. Yeah, I won't be hammering too much in the old ground anymore. Oh, there's a doggy right there. We'll see when we come back. All the way throughout our corn stalks. Here's a bat house. Little bird house. I think the squirrel moved in on that. You can see some of these trees on the left. They're growing up pretty good now. We'll go up this way and down around the field. Yeah, she needs them on. And I doubt very much I'll be doing much in the way of chainsawing for a few more months. It took over a year to get this thing fixed on a waiting list. We did have some young fellers come to the door there last week and asked if they could shoot some chickens on the side of the road here. Of course, I had to turn them down. Like, we've seen one over the hill. I know there's maybe half a dozen here, but I don't want to shoot them off. There, where the road goes through on the other side of that trees, that's where the young Felix is gonna put some more black walnuts in there as well. And that's all before we let him get into the big fields. That's a robin. I got some wood over on the other side of this here to get at too. Well, I can't do any of that for a bit. Is it not going to happen? Oh, there's a little robin. So I'll show you here. There's a gate up there way up to the top of the hill on the left. When the guy drives down here, he turns and faces, he comes up to about where the truck is, if he's got a trailer on. Then he can get himself nicely lined up and he can back straight in to the fence. And just a little bit this side of it so that if he wants to dump the wood, like a cord or two, just dump it right there. I don't have to take it very far, but I'd rather have him dump it on the driveway because it'll drain better. Yeah. Oh, there's another dog underneath the deck, one on top of it. Well, anyway, thanks for coming along for the ride. I'll have to see if I can start making a few more videos. I'm not sure about this mount, though. We'll have to figure it out a little bit better. So, what are you going to do, Bear? Yeah. What are you barking at, Bear? Yeah. I got to come up with a better plan for those bird feeders there, I think. He's the noisy one. I don't know how well he can see through the glass. Well, let's call her quits, boys and girls. There's another pile of kindling for the future. I got more kindling than probably I'll burn in a lifetime, but I wouldn't mind some more, to be honest with you. Oh, we got to get rid of those damn things. Pumpkins. Okay, what are we going to do with them? Well, there we go. So, let's have a look at this friggin' contraption here. There we go. And they zoom in here. Nope, let's zoom out. So that's it right there in a nutshell. And you can, I didn't have it on right, so I could tip this even more. Huh. Alright, gotta figure it out. I'll take some still pictures of it. So, toodaloo there, boys and girls. Bye-bye.